Hello, welcome to chapter 1 of the book Alive for a Purpose. Chapter 1 is entitled Purpose Defined, and chapter 1 forms the foundation stage of defining what purpose is to fulfill it. In chapter 1, you find key definitions of what purpose is. I give you over 10 key definitions together with what others have said about purpose, which I believe can help you to shape your life. The purpose of chapter 1 is to help you to also understand God's original idea for creating you. Chapter 1 also will help you to move from a wishful kind of thinking to a more significant one. Chapter 1 also helps you to discover and rediscover God's reason for your creation and what you can do to make you effective in life. One key thing that I share in chapter 1 is about the two kinds of purpose that we all fall into. It's either you are operating in your primary purpose or you are operating in your secondary purpose. One of the definitions that I share in chapter 1 is purpose is the reason why you wake up every morning. You agree with me that we all wake up every morning, but our purposes may be different. It's either you are fulfilling a primary assignment or you are fulfilling a secondary assignment, or what I call a primary purpose and a secondary purpose. Chapter 1 helps you to understand that your primary purpose is what you are born to be. Your secondary purpose is what you are trained to be. My primary purpose is related to God's vision for my life. Your secondary purpose is related to your ambition for your life. There is a difference. My primary purpose influences and shapes lives before higher income. My secondary purpose focuses on higher income before influencing and shaping lives. My primary purpose ends in when I die. My secondary purpose ends in retirement. That one big problem going on in our generation right now is that a lot of people have made their secondary purpose their primary purpose, and have made their primary purpose their secondary purpose. Incredibly, many people have been caught up in the activity trap, the busyness of life, the achieving victories that later comes to discover that all these are empty. When our drive to fulfill higher income, achieve a degree of competency, and get more money does not come from our primary purpose, which is related to the vision of God for your life, we are blinded therefore from the things that really matters and that we can be the most in life. Our lives are different when we really know what is deeply important. It is not enough to be busy. It is not enough to be efficient. You must move to being effective. And if you are to be effective, then you must pursue your primary purpose in life. Now, even though this book throws more light on purpose in general, the main focus of chapter 1 and the rest of this book is to help you to understand your primary purpose over your secondary purpose and how you can choose your primary purpose to become effective in life. I give you an example in this chapter of how Jesus had a secondary purpose and a primary purpose, and we all have. There are things that we are born to be, and there are things that we train ourselves to be. Jesus' primary purpose was to die and save us. His secondary purpose was to be a carpenter. So before he operated in his primary purpose, he was a carpenter. Abraham had, Noah had a primary purpose, and he had a secondary purpose. Paul was a degree holder. Paul had everything. But later, he had to fulfill his primary purpose in life. So chapter 1 throws more light on this primary purpose. And that is what is going to make a difference in your life. Carl and Stephen said that we must stop to reassess our priorities and our values. We must be willing to be ourselves, not what people want us to be. Because sometimes we think that that is the only way we can get love. We are at a point where if you truly want to live, you have to be who you are. I believe that God wants you to be what He has ordained you to be and what He has called you to be. And if you are to be that, then you must pursue your primary purpose in life. The question is, do we all need a primary purpose? Yes. The modern corporate man still needs a primary purpose. It is not enough to be busy. Even ants are busy. So what are you busy about? Is what chapter 1 focuses on. There are a lot to share in chapter 1 alone, but time and space won't give me the opportunity to share and open up some of these key things that I've shared with you. That's why I encourage you to get this book on your Kindle, paperback, wherever you are in the world, from Japan to France. Get it, join us as we begin to share some of these things. God bless you and stay connected.